this is Jeff Rose. Welcome to Good Financial Sense. Today I want to answer a common question I get from a lot of people. If you've ever been in a situation where you were working somewhere and you changed jobs, either you decided to go somewhere else on your own accord, or you were laid off, or you were fired, whatever the reason, if you've been there for a while, then most likely you participated in that 401k plan. Now that you've left that job and you've started your new job, you have to make a very, very important decision what to do with that 401k account. The common question I get is, Jeff, I've got my 401k, does it make sense for me to roll it over into an IRA? And depending on your situation, most likely I'll say yes. There are some instances where it could make sense to do some other options, which I will address in another video. But today I want to make the case why you should at least consider rolling over the 401k into your own individual IRA. First and foremost, you want more investment choices. Most commonly what I see in 401k plans is that you're going to have approximately 12 to 15 different investment choices. Now there are some bigger plans that may have more than that, but generally that's what you're going to see. Whenever you take that money and you roll it over into an IRA, instead of just having those 12 to 15 investment choices, now you've just opened the world to all the different investment options that are available to you. So now, if you want to invest into an individual stock inside your IRA, you can do so. Most likely you weren't allowed to do that in the 401k. Or if there's any other type of special investments that you wanted to favor, but you didn't have that option in the 401k, now you do. For me, first and foremost, that is the number one sole reason why you should at least want to consider rolling over your 401k to an IRA. What's some other reasons? How about this? What about the simplification of your life, consolidating paperwork? I've had instances, I think of one client in particular that had 7 different 401k plans. Imagine getting 7 different quarterly statements each and every 90 days. And not only that, but trying to keep track of what is your investment strategy within those different plans. By rolling over into an IRA, now you've got this one account, and if you have multiple, if you've changed jobs or had changeover several times where you've got multiple 401k plans, why not consolidate and simplify your life? I'm all about less paperwork. Less paperwork equals more efficiency and just easier control of your assets and what's going on in your life. Another aspect you want to consider as far as rolling it over to an IRA, especially if you're approaching or near retirement, is be able to control your retirement income needs. Typically, when you take a distribution from a 401k, they are going to withhold a standard 20% withholding on federal income tax. Once you roll it over into an IRA, you have some discretion as far as, do you want to withhold 20%? Maybe you only need to withhold 15%. When it comes to retirement planning, income planning for that, the less that you have to pay upfront to Uncle Sam, the better. Now it's hard, these are hard calculations, it's not as easy as it sounds, but typically if I've been working with a client for a year, we can kind of gauge how much taxes we need to set aside going forward to make sure that we're just taking out the bare essentials. And the other thing that will be important to that as far as income distribution is when you turn the age of 70 and a half. And another reason why you want to consider rolling over to an IRA is that once you hit age 70 and a half, you have to start what are called required minimum distributions. And within the IRA, you now have discretion as far as what investments that you want to either liquidate or remove from the IRA. Maybe there's something that isn't performing as well, so you're like, okay, I would like to take that out of my IRA. When you're in a 401k with those limited investment choices, you're not going to have as much free reign to do so. So those are quickly just four reasons why I think you should consider rolling over into an IRA. Once again, going back to point number 1, having more investment choices to me, that is it. To have more choices. If I compare it to, if I'm going out to eat and I go to a menu that has 5 things versus a menu, like going to a 65 item buffet, anytime I've got more choices, generally I'm going to be more happy because it's going to depend on what kind of mood I'm in for that day. So that's some reasoning as far as why you want to consider rolling over to an IRA. If you want more information about this or any other financial planning related topics, head over to goodfinancialsense.com. Got tons of information on there. Keep watching the YouTube videos. Thanks for stopping by.